Hey guys, welcome back to Combo Fishing USA and thank you for tuning in. Today's video is all about tutorial video on how to catch steelhead. I'm going to be talking about combo baits on how to use it, and also I will be talking about twitching and jigging without float, which technique is more effective. When you are using jigging, twitching without float fishing, when you are using float fishing. I'm going to show you guys on how to apply these two techniques to a certain body of water. If you are new to Combo Fishing USA or new to still fishing and looking for a rod that you want to start with, I got a solution for you, because I just bought this rod recently from the store in Ohio here. It's affordable and it worked great for me in the past 4 weeks. Once again, I want to say thank you to all of you who order my baits and subscribe to this channel, and also continue to support this channel. And your support and order mean a lot to me, and I do really appreciate it. So stay tuned to see tips and tricks on how to jig for steelhead. And once again, and thank you all. Let's start the video. Once again, guys, the reason that I upload this video is so late because I had a problem with the cell phone that I record with. I had 3 cameras all drop into the water. It's not working. I had DJI Osmo Pocket 3 not working. I dropped in the water. And also I got a Sony EV Mark 1. I dropped in the water too. And now I had another Olympus something like, and use it, and my son cleaned it with his shirt, so now the lens is messy. I just bought it recently. Now I have to redo this video again. That's why I upload so late. And the trick, because when I upload it and when I try to produce the content, the speed of the camera is slow, so it already start talking before the physical objects appear on the screen. So I had to take it all out and redo the whole thing, because the cell phone I'm using there, I did not use 8K, I used a regular. So the speed, when I try to upload to 4K, the speed is not catch up with the 4K. It's slow, so that's a problem, okay? So right now, once again, thank you guys, and I'm going to start first with the rod, and then on how to use these combo baits, and also trick and trip on how to use the bait and twitching and jigging without float. So stay tuned. Let's roll the video. This is a 10-stick Shimano Schemata power medium fast action. This rod costs $49.99 and it's available at Area Outfitter in Sheffield Lake. Now I'm saying this because I want you guys to go there and get it. They did not pay me to say this, okay? So if you are new to steelhead fishing and looking for a nice rod, a great rod to use, this rod is for you. You can use for steelhead and salmon, okay? So go and grab it at Area Outfitter in Sheffield Lake. I have been using this rod about 4 weeks and it worked great. So go and get it, okay? The reel is Shimano Vanford C3000HG. The line is 10 pounds fluoro samurai line. It is very expensive, about $59.99. If you can afford it, go grab it, okay? Because I tested this line the first time in the past 4 weeks. It was great. But the issue with this line, it sinks fast, okay? This is a 10 pounds fluoro samurai line. The reason I like it, because diameter is smaller than the 6 pounds P line. But I prefer P line over this because it's low water absorption P line there. This, it sinks fast. If you are casting twitching, it's good, but float fishing with this line, you gotta be careful, okay? Because your line gonna sink fast at the bottom and get stuck. It happened to me probably like 10 times already. Beside that, it's great line. It's smaller in diameter. This is how I set mine up, okay? First, put the line inside the barber. Okay, and then this is a stopper called the weight stopper or the barber stopper, whatever you call it, guys. Okay, so that, okay, then you insert this inside the barber here. Okay, and the next step is tie my hook. I mean, almost forget to do this, almost. So here, oh, my eye can be not good. Okay. Okay. Now I twist it 6 times. I did not count the first time. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now put this line back inside the eye of the hook. Okay, and then put this line back inside the loop. Okay, then you twist it 6 more times. And pull both ends to make the knot. And then you gotta cut this accessory line out, okay? Or to say, okay. Okay, hold on. That's it. Remember, I do not use the leader, but if you want to use the leader, it's up to you. It's your rig, it's your fishing. There's no problem with that, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. So if you want to adjust the depth, pull this up, move it up, okay? Like that, okay? So easy, simple, and it takes me about under what? 1 minute or 50 seconds to retie the whole thing. It depends how slow, how fast I retie this. You know, I do not use a leader because I don't want to go back, cut the line up, retie this and retie that. That's not me, okay? So I don't want an easy rig that just in and out. And this in and out. If I got stuck or snag in the bottom, I might get it back, I might lose it all. It depends how big the line is, okay? If I use 10 pounds line, I might get the hook back and the hook will bend sometime, okay? And if I use 6 pounds like on this rod here, I know I'm gonna be loose either the jig or the whole thing, okay? Another thing about the rod, guy, if you can afford the G Lumos rod, IMX Pro Steelhead rod here, that's 480 or 460 there, it's up to you. And this is a rod I just bought recently, okay? I switched from the Shimano Windford to this rod, to this reel here, okay? So, but if you can afford it, it's good, it's light, okay? I use this rod most of the time in the past summer here. So first I'm gonna start with the K-mini tube. This K-mini tube, the body is short, longer scale, and a gap between these. When you are using this, especially in the current water, this will create a lot of action because the gap between the skirt here, okay? If you order K-mini tube, you don't need to sit down and modify like I used to do a crappie tube, okay? If you are using bigger jig than 132 and 116 ounce jig head, this body will rip apart. So do not use it. Recommended 132 and 116 ounce jig head. This is a 2 inches mermaid tail. Now this bait I use all summer, guys. I caught a lot of fish with this, and if you bite this, one bait catches all. You can catch steelhead with this, brown trout, stock trout, white bass. You can catch a lot of fish with this bait. This is how you hook it up. If you don't do it properly, it will damage the body, okay? Use your 2 fingers here and line the tip of the hook right in the center and push it up, okay? And making sure that this hook go through between your finger, even though on the tail there too, okay? Making sure that the hook here stay right in the middle of the tail there. So when you got to this point here, just push it up, okay? And leave space a little bit to put the glue. It's up to you. Let me show you how to hook it up. Make sure you line the hook right in the center and push the mermaid tail up, okay? But making sure your fingers stay right between the body. When you push down the hook there, making sure the hook will go right through in the center of the tail, okay? Right between your finger. So when you got to this point here, push it up. Like this. Now leave space between here. Now it's up to you guys. It's your bait, it's your rig, it's your fishing style there, okay? Usually I put the glue between these first and then before I push it up, okay? And all my bait, I glue it. Even though I'm using crappie tube, I always glue it because I want to make my bait look more intimidation, okay? To be more like mean, nasty, you know, like what you call in defensive mode, okay? So that's what I'm using there, okay? So let me show you how I rig this 2 inches K-mini tube. Like I told you guys, okay, recommended 132 ounce and also 116 ounce jig head, okay? So simple. It doesn't matter where you want to rig this up, okay? Gonna give you a lot of action. And the same thing too. I leave a space between this jig head there. I apply the glue like that, okay? And push it in. And just show you because I use the old jig head there, okay? So just push it like that, okay? This, but making sure you check the skirt because this skirt is long and sometimes it tangle up with the hook, okay? Especially, you know, when you are fishing in a strong current. I found a lot of bad modification crappie tube in the river. I said, that's what happened, that you did not catch the fish because you did not modify correctly the way I did it. Let me show you how I modify the crappie tube and compare to this K-mini tube. So when you order a K-mini tube, you don't have to sit down and cut all these things again, okay? The reason I modify because I knew what Steelhead like, okay? More flexible, okay? Now look at this tool, okay? So this I cut all the way up close to the, you know, like I call the neck there, okay? And look at the K-mini tube. If you are using 132 and 116 ounce jig head, I recommend that you should be using 1.5 or 2 inches weighted bobber. So how do you twitch and jig when you are using float fishing? Let me show you how. Or sometimes I slide the bobber like this and then do 3 twitch, pop fast, okay? I do 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, okay? 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 fast. And I shake, 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 I go the same thing, okay? Or if I was standing from the bank, I go like this, okay? Pop, 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 okay? Pop, 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 boom, 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 pop, pop, pop. Then you go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, okay? You could do 2 slow, and then 2 fast. You could do 2 slow and 3 fast, okay? And you can pick it up like this. Boom, 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 okay? Bam, bam, bam. And then fish on. So that's how I switch. Slow, slow. The last 3 fast, and then you go back in. So what you do here, the first 2 tricks, you could go fast or slow, okay? Doesn't matter. You don't have to follow my instruction there. You could go slow, you could go fast, and then slow, okay? What I try to do, like I always said in my video, I try not to create the same pace, okay? So when you are jigging there, just try to mimic bait fish, injure, or insects, okay? Now I'm going to talk about float fishing. When you are float fishing, you are targeting fish at a certain depth, but you can adjust up and down to pinpoint where they at. So when you start catching them there, you just maintain the depth. If you are stop catching at a certain depth there, you gotta adjust your bobber up or down again. What you try to do there, sometimes they go down, sometimes they swim up. So that's why it's really key, important that you adjust your depth probably 5 to 10 minutes if not biting. If they start biting, just keep that spot there. If it start to slow down, adjust your depth. Remember, fish sometimes when they just start spooking or start startle, they're gonna be move up and down there. They try to get away from the danger. So it's your job there. You have to pinpoint or try to find way, try to target them again. And otherwise, you will not be get them, okay? So the key here, if you not catching them at a certain depth there, adjust your bobber to the next level, either up or down until you hit the spot again. Stick with that spot a little bit more. If not, you keep adjust your depth. And that is the key to catch a lot of fish here, okay? Float fishing, you focus on 2 types of fish. One is ambush and also bottom feeding. Because right now you're gonna adjust to halfway there or go up way down to the below, okay? Now my tip to you is you making sure that your bait here do not hit the bottom or bounce the bottom. You want your bait to be at least 5 inches off the bottom there, okay? Because the fish can see. Or you can adjust your depth, making sure that your bait is above the head there, okay? You don't want the bait to go this low, okay? Because fish cannot see this low, but if they were here, they can see miles away, okay? But down there, they probably won't see because their eyes go like that, okay? So this is a float fishing for steelhead. The tip here is making sure you adjust your depth up and down, high and low, until you are getting to where they're at. And also switch your bait consistently. Sometimes the fish want A, the next few hours, they want B. It's the key there, okay? I'm gonna explain you more later on, okay? Another reason for float fishing is, okay, so when you float fishing, jigging, twitching is also important. When you are twitching and jigging with float fishing, you are mimicking a fleeing fish or insects, and that is the key. Twitching and jigging, you are mimicking fleeing fish or insects or injured fish there. So that's the key there, okay? It works even though you're not twitching and jigging. That's fine. Whatever you choose to do when you go fishing, I have no problem with that. But for me, I prefer jigging because I do not want the current to help me out with this. I do on my own technique representation, okay? So when you are cast a float fishing in the water there, it drifts with the currents, so the current create a motion. For my technique and presentation, I cast, I twitch it. Right now I got two different motion. With the current create the motion and also my own twitching. So now I got two different motion in the water, okay? Because when I stop twitching, my bait can go smoothly. But when I start twitching, jigging, my bait go fast and slower, okay? And it could attract a lot of fish. And this is called reaction bite. Sometimes when your bait flow like this in front of fish, right? They not pay attention, but when you twitch, they go like this, okay? So when you are fishing in the shallow water, especially when area PA, pay attention to fish reaction when you are fishing there, okay? If they like certain thing of your presentation there, they're gonna go after it, okay? And that's the key there, guys. So making sure that when you are float fishing, start jigging, twitching, because when you are starting twitching and jigging, you are mimicking fleeing fish or insects or dying fish or injured insect there, okay? Somewhere between that, okay? And that's my preferred style of fishing. And I've been using this technique 5 months after I landed in America, and steelhead there in this spot area, I smacked the hell out of them, okay? Not even 5 minutes time, I just come in, got one out there. So that's the key there, okay? Now I'm talking about twitching and jigging. When you are twitching and jigging for any species, you are target 3 types of fish: top water feeding, bottom feeding, and also ambush, okay? And why? So when you cast your lure out in the water there, as soon as your lure hit the water there, the fish probably gonna grab it if they are feeding on the surface there, okay? So if you cast your lure out in the water right now, okay? If you wanna target a top water feeding, keep your rod tip up like this and keep reeling, okay? And maintain the rod tip up high and keep reeling and twitching there. But if you want to target the ambush, lower down your rod tip a little bit and keep twitching, okay? Reel in. Now if you want to go hit the bottom feeding, lower your tip rod real low and twitching, but making sure that your bait does not hit the bottom. You want your bait to be suspended about 5 inches off the bottom, okay? So you want your bait to suspend off 5 inches of the bottom there, okay? When you are target the bottom feeding, you do not want your bait to bounce off the bottom. You want your bait to suspend at least 5 inches off the bottom. You want to make sure that the fish can see your bait in motion while you're reeling and jigging there, okay? So that's the key. If you are watching my video, probably about third video of last time, okay? And I stand over here and the creek like this, okay? So I saw 3 steelhead there. 2 big ones, like the black one, and the chrome one like stay at the bottom, okay? So what they stay like this, okay? So one here, like the one here, okay? So one in here. So the first I try to attract this one, okay? So I cast it, I reel probably about like 5 inches off the head there, okay? So as soon as I get close to them, they all move away. They check it, they move away, right? So now what I'm gonna do, I drop it, okay? Lower my tip rod a little bit, I drop it. Now I'm gonna target this one, because this one I stay in the bottom there. So I reel in, so about like 5 inches from their face, they run and grab it. If you see that video there, okay? So you have to understand, okay? Making sure that you don't want to cast on top of the head there, okay? Just cast maybe like 2 to 3 meters away from them and jig it in, reel it in, okay? But making sure either above the head or in front of them or like sideways there, okay? So that if fish willing to bite your bait, they will go grab it. When you reel it in close to their face there, they went and grab it. Now, when I fish in area PA, I can see them when I'm jigging twitching there, okay? I can see them come from the bottom, okay? I have no clue where they come from. open them out like this, okay? And some go like this, one up, okay? So that is important. Now you know that steelhead probably do not like feed in the bottom, okay? Probably some do, some don't, I don't know, okay? But mostly when I caught them in the past video last year too, at the same thing, okay? So what they did there, I jig far away from them and they see the bait, they come in and sideways, okay? And they grab it. So this is how when you are casting fishing, you must maintain your rod tip up high if you want to focus 5 inches below the surface, but you want to go a little deeper, lower down your rod tip and start target, the ambush there, and also go all the way down and target the bottom feeding, okay? So if you see a school of fish there, don't try to cast on top of them, just cast over them and reel it in. When you reel it in, making sure if you see them there, if one group of fish did not respond to you, you drop it, okay? There might be the bottom one might be, want to bite that time, and if they don't, low down to the bottom one there, okay? Another bottom one. So that's how I do when I'm fishing in every creek there, okay? And when you are fishing this, okay, always suspend your bait. Do not bounce off the bottom there, okay? So when you are fishing, jigging, making sure you suspend your bait. And that is my great tip to you. I'm going to repeat this in later on too, to making sure that you guys know and understand this, okay? And the reason I'm saying that, when I was fishing last year, no, I think when I fished probably like last winter, and I fish snake to fly fishing people there, okay? I was on the spot by the tree there, and the people to my right, they didn't catch anything, but they keep looking at me, okay? And then another guy tried to jig and twitching too, but what happened? He kept snagging because he didn't know that was a suspended bait, okay? So that's the key, guys, okay? When you are seeing people casting twitching and keep catching the fish, and you thought that the guy would bounce off the bottom, and what you try to do, then you try to copy them, just pop on the bottom there like the way, people told you, right? But they didn't catch it, but keep losing, the bait there. But they didn't ask me, hey, how you do it, man? How you keep catching the fish there, okay? So that is the way you are fishing for this species, okay? And my tip to you guys, try not to bounce off the bottom, but making sure that when you are bounce off the bottom, there's no structure that can get you snag and lose a lot of bait there. But if you are fish from a boat, there is no structure on the bottom of the lake or on the pond there, you can bottom off the bottom there. But for me, it doesn't matter on boat, on the kayak, on land. I always try to suspend my bait. Sometime, when you get tired, you might get, hit the bottom and get snagged, okay? It's always like that. Or you might hit, a tree down in the water there, you might get snagged there, okay? And that's how fishing there, okay? And that's me. When jigging or twitching for steelhead in shallow water, maintain your rod tip up and keep the lure at a swimming depth of at least 5 inches below the surface to target suspended fish. To target ambush points, lower your rod tip to the desired swimming depth. For bottom feeding fish, lower your rod tip slightly further to maintain your bait 5 inches off the bottom. By using floating, switching, and jigging tactics to target steelhead and another species, you successfully replicate the movement of escaping fish or insects, making this technique highly effective across multiple species. Ensuring a varied selection of bait sizes, shapes, and colors is essential, as fish may display color preferences at specific times of day. Here my tips to you is, number 1, try to suspend your bait. When you suspend your bait above their head, the fish can see. If the fish can see, you most likely gonna catch the fish. Number 2, bring different sizes, shapes, and color of the bait. because the fish might like pearl and silver at this time, and the next few hours they probably like pink and chartreuse. So it's the key here to bring a lot of different kinds of bait with you. Number 3, adjust your depth. What you do there is try to pinpoint where they're at. You can move up and down, high and low. It depends on where you fish. Size, shapes, and colors are the key to catch a lot of fish. Some fish prefer bigger bait. Some fish prefer a smaller bait. Size and colors are the key because one fish might like a red color at this time, and the next hour they probably like blue or yellow. So you don't even know. The trick here, switch color time to time. If you don't feel any bites, just switch it. When you first start fishing there, you try gold and pearl and you didn't get a bite about 10-15 minutes, okay? But you keep switching, run out of color. Suddenly, you come back to the same color again. And then what happened? They bite like crazy. It happened to me a lot of time, okay? That's what I've been telling you there. Because Steelhead is really picky on what you throw at them. You have to be very, very creative in order to catch them. You have to switch color, size, and shapes is according to the time of the day. There are 3 types of fish. If you are float fishing for any species, you target the fish at a certain depth, at one step at a time. You're going to go 5 feet, 6, all the way to bottom, okay? But you can only target a certain depth. If you want to target ambush and bottom feeding, you might be using float fishing. Because what happened there, you can adjust the float up and down, okay? Go up and down there, okay? That is the key. So that you can see how I twitch it. But remember, you don't have to follow my instruction or twitching jigging there. You can do your own way. Which way is better for you, it's up to you. But I just show you that's how I jig. And remember, jigging and twitching, you are mimicking a fleeing insects. And also fish, probably mimicking injured fish or insects, okay? And that's my great tip to you guys. And I heard a lot of people that I fish with now. You know, I heard, oh, you, when recently I fished at area outfitter, you know, guy fly fishing there, maybe like 30 steelhead there, they can catch it, okay? So one old guy said, twitching, jigging too, okay? So when the guy started fishing, he said, oh, my bobber down, okay? And the young guy said, oh, it's working now, okay? And then watch a big YouTube too. They got about 200,000-300,000 views there, okay? And I'm not gonna mention the channel there, okay? And he used dead shrimp to catch a sea trout. So he been sitting there almost like, I don't know how long, but then he decided to pick the rod up and twitching. As soon as he twitched and 3 twitch, he caught it, okay? And he said, oh, it's worked great now, guys, okay? So, you know, that's how you do, okay? You know, remember, I'm going to repeat this again, okay? Probably in my little video there, okay? Now, if you see the dog, if you start running, what happened? You probably got 95% of the time you got bitten, okay? But if you see the dog, you stand your ground, what happened? Now, you got 50 chances to get a bite. You might get bit, or you might not get bit, okay? So the dog can be walk away, or could get bitten, okay? That is the key there, okay? So when I do that, I apply those techniques to my fishing there, okay? Because the nature will provide you clue, but you have to figure out what kind of clue that will be more effective when you apply that technique to your own fishing skill there, okay? This is my own opinion that I try to explain to you, and I'm not saying anybody's bad. I don't say that, okay? I'm not perfect. Sometimes I didn't catch the fish too, okay? So I'm not great, I'm not the best, but fishing, sometimes catching and sometimes not catching, and I'm not claiming that I'm the best or the expert of this and that. No, if you're an expert, you never get skunked, okay? So I got skunk a lot of time. This year, to be honest with you, when I fish in area PA, the first 3 trips there, I smoked the hell out of them, right? How to land them, but then after that I got skunk 4 times straight. Okay, I got bites, but no fish, no land. Okay, I got a lot of bites, bobber downs, but I didn't land a fish. Like the first time I went to area pier when I fished under this cascade, they call it the cascade of waterfall there. See how many bobber down before I caught one? You see, it just like happened to me like so many times like that, right? Like a couple of weeks ago. Okay, so sometimes the fish just want to play with you. They don't want to commit and to make you excited. And sometimes they just like want to get it real, and sometimes they want to fake you. So that's how the game, okay? And I'm not complaining. I don't claim that I'm the best. Usually I don't get, but I hardly get skunked. This is my this is my first fall of all of year around. To be honest with you, at least I caught one every time I went to go. Every time when so this is like the first fall, early fall still fishing. Okay, I can see the fish there, but I could not get them to bite. And I wanted to use something else. I said no, because I designed this bait now. I got to make it work. I cannot show you something else, okay? But I know the trick that I can get the bite, okay? But now I'm testing that theory probably later on in another video. Does it work, okay? So I prepare already those a new bait, but I'm gonna be designing the bait exactly the same that I will test it in next video there. I'm going to show you, probably not showing you, maybe cut it off, like just pretend like I caught them on this mermaid tail, okay, to be honest with you, okay. But I'm going to be everything that I design, I'm making sure that I test it before I before I put into the work, okay. So that's how it is, guys, me, but I know when the fish I was suspended, not much doing there, I know what bait, what kind of thing I try to throw. But sometimes, I don't want to do it, because I design a certain bait now. I cannot use that over this, that, okay, because I don't want it to see it and then copy, because I don't have the money to do all this molding. When the big guys saw it, they probably copy it and they trademark it, okay, patent it, and I couldn't get it done. So I might get copy from them. So that's why I'm not using it, probably. I just show you a bit here and there, but probably not, okay? Once again, and before the end here, I want to say thank you for all your support and subscribe to the channel, and you mean a lot to me and give me strength and encourage to go places and get new content at new places. So I really appreciate your support, and thank you for support, and I catch you all next video.